We've got Will Beloe here from the IFC. He's a climate finance specialist. Will, you've just emerged from a session at the Climate Bonds Annual Conference discussing green bond pricing. What are people seeing in the market?
Well, we had a great session earlier on today, so thanks for organising all of that, where we heard that really there is quite a lot happening in this market at the moment. The main takeaways were that there is absolutely no reason not to issue a green bond. There are no price disincentives, and increasingly there are encouraging signs that in the primary market there are incentives to issue green bonds, and actually in the secondary market there's more evidence around the advantages of green bonds trading within the price curve.
That sounds like a very lively discussion in there. So looking at the year ahead, what was the assessment from panellists?
Well, I think the year ahead and perhaps the next 3 years are going to be very exciting, partly because we're going to get more evidence, which is what we've been lacking to date. One of the people that was on the panel had been doing a PhD in looking at the US muni bonds, where obviously there is much more data, and she found very positive evidence both in the primary and the secondary market. But I think as we go forward, there'll be more evidence in the broader market. One of the issues that we've had to date is that it's been largely sovereign, and if you look at places like China and India, FIs, and we need to get into the real sector. And I think as we go forward, we'll see more of that happening, which will give us more evidence. We are also likely to see a little bit more volatility in the market. The market interest rates have been very, very low for the last few years. As that begins to change, I think we're going to get more opportunities to see the difference between green and vanilla. And I think as we see that, we're going to see more of this positivity coming out. The other important area, I think, is around regulations. Governments are going to have to commit to these targets that they've set through the Paris Agreement, and that's going to charge the market more into this direction, which will also help to get that supply-demand mismatch sorted out.
Well, Will, from the IFC, it sounds like a fascinating session that canvassed a lot of issues. Thank you for giving us a little report back at the Climate Bonds Annual Conference. Thank you.
Not at all. I'm looking forward to next year. I think it'll be the discussion will be even more interesting next year.
We hope so. Thank you.
All right.